So we all got breaking news yesterday that we wasn't trying to hear. That Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight is gonna be delayed. The fight ain't happening in November. The fight probably ain't gonna happen until January, if it happened at all. Now, with that being said, Team Terence Crawford and his sister Letitia Crawford, they went at it with Team Spence. I'm gonna let y'all know exactly what went down with the war of words that they traded with each other. But before we do that, make sure that y'all hit my like button and sub to the channel if you're not already subscribed to the channel. So like I said, we all know that the fight between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, it ain't going down in November, y'all. And I pretty much seen it coming. I seen that this fight wasn't going down when we got all the way into the second or third week of September and they still hadn't announced the fight. I told everybody, look, this fight ain't going down. You know, they can give these November 26, November 19 dates all they want. It's not enough time to promote a fight of this magnitude like they got to promote it to pay both fighters what they want to be paid or what they need to be paid. You dig what I'm saying? So I knew the fight wasn't going down. And plus, you know, you talking about a week before Thanksgiving, then you're talking about you got Christmas right around the corner, you got New Year's, all of that. Man, people ain't trying to rush at the last second and get hotel reservations, get plane tickets, fly all across the world and do all of that stuff at the last second. You got to give people, you know, enough time to get their funds together and to get their shit right to be going to a fight of this magnitude, especially when they finna be charging thousands and thousands of dollars just for a ticket. Now, with that being said, we all know that the fight ain't happening no time soon, y'all. So with the frustration and the anger boiling over from both camps, what we get is a war of words on social media between both camps. Letitia Crawford, she's very vocal about her brother, and she was very vocal and blunt on the whole situation with the fight falling apart. And PBC, Errol Spence and his team, these are her words, on holding up the fight from taking place. And then you got my man Jay Ism, you know, Team Spence, that's Errol Spence's right-hand man, his best partner. And you know, we really don't never hear Team Spence say too much. They got sick of all of the talking and he chimed in and he let them know a piece of his mind. Now let's get into it, and while I get into it, I'ma show y'all the tweets and we gonna go through them one by one and we gonna cook on them. So first, you know what I'm saying, Letitia, she popped it off and y'all see it. She said, y'all not that special. I'm sure y'all see what's going on. They know their fighter is gonna get knocked out, so they putting up all the roadblocks to prevent Bud from becoming undisputed in 2 weight classes. It's plain to see anybody that disagree are Spence fanboys. Let me chime in on this for a minute. Now, it sound good, you know, and it go with the whole narrative that everybody is scared of Bud and he's the boogeyman and Errol Spence don't want to fight. But what you said, you gotta make it make sense to me. You know what I'm talking about? Because you talking about that they putting up roadblocks because they scared for Errol Spence to lose. First of all, Al Heyman don't give a damn if Errol Spence win or lose. Al Heyman probably don't even watch boxing no more. That man got so much money and so much other business ventures, he don't care about if Errol Spence or whoever win or lose. You know what I'm talking about? Because he gonna make his money regardless if Errol Spence win or lose. So that don't even make sense when you really think about it. Also, all the roadblocks that you're talking about that they putting up, well, the reports that I heard, one of the main reports, right, besides Terence Crawford wanting to know where all the money coming from and who putting in what, and you know, he want them to basically open up their books and show him everything, right, on the financial side of the game, right? He wants a rematch, basically. So if Errol Spence whoop him, he want to be able to turn around and say, hey, you know what I'm saying, let me get a chance to get my get back. But Errol Spence is saying, you know, he don't want no rematch clause in this fight. Not for him or not for Bud. He want a one and done. And he been saying that. So who sound like that they holding up the fight? I'm just saying. But like I said, she gonna side with her brother because that's her brother. And that's what she's supposed to do. Now, let's go ahead and move on. So Letitia Crawford is on your helmet again, right back. She say, we got one hiding behind his advisor. We got one that's trying to put other fighters against him first. Make it make sense. Now, I'm finna make it make a whole lot of sense because you got the right one. Now, what she was talking about, one fighter that's trying to put other fighters against him first, she talking about Jermell Charlo. Now, recently, Jermell Charlo came out and he said Erickson Lubin to knock out Terence Crawford. And basically what she's saying is, why you bringing up Erickson Lubin when you supposed to be talking about what you'll do to Terence Crawford? Not another man, not another fighter. But see, the reason Jermell Charlo brought up Erickson Lubin is because he said, who has Terence Crawford knocked out? Who has Terence Crawford fought? I knocked out and I fought Erickson Lubin. A man that'll knock out Terence Crawford if he think that he can come up to 154 and want some smoke, Erickson Lubin to knock his ass out. And I get what Jermell Charlo's saying, but I also get what Letitia Crawford is saying. It's like, why you bringing up another man? You know what I'm talking about? It's like, you know what I'm saying, when a man talking about, hey, he won't smoke with you, and you talking about, oh man, my brother will fight you, my homeboy will fight you. No, I'm talking to you. So yeah, I get Letitia Crawford what she's saying with that. But when she say that Errol Spence is hiding behind his promoter, that's a bunch of BS. Because how can Errol Spence be hiding behind his promoter when Errol Spence is the one that brought the fight to his promoter? Errol Spence is the one that was pushing the fight to PBC, telling him, this is what I want Terence Crawford. Because if it wasn't for Errol Spence, this fight wouldn't have never even been in talks. It would have never even been brought to the table. If it wasn't for Errol Spence, Terence Crawford didn't have no promoter. He didn't have nobody advising him. He was a man without a land. So this is going down because of Errol Spence. So how can Errol Spence go to his advisor, beg for the fight, tell them that's the fight that he won't, put the fight down, but at the same time be hiding behind the same advisor that he was begging to make the fight? Make that shit make sense to me. Because like I said, yeah, it sound good for the whole team Bud Crawford to make him look like the boogeyman, but it don't make sense if you got any common sense and you can use it. It don't make no sense. If that was the case, Errol Spence never would have went to Al Heyman and pushed for the fight in the first place. Now, with all that talking that Team Crawford been doing, my man Jay Ism, like I told y'all before, Errol Spence's right-hand man, his best friend, the man that make all of his man down gear, he had something to say because he's sick of all that bullshit that they talking. So he says his partners, sister, cousin, uncle, mama, or trainer ain't gonna be able to do shit to help him once that bell rings. Mark my words, all this goof trip shit they on just gonna make it worse for the one that gotta get in there. For real, for real. And then y'all see immediately Letitia Crawford, she clapped right back at my man Jay Ism. She say he doesn't need none of us to fight for him because he can take care of himself in and outside the ring. But I can't say the same for Errol Spence. Now, we already know, you can see she like to argue because she gonna make sure she get the last word no matter what it is. Now, I don't know what she talking about that. Oh, we can see he can take care of himself in and out the ring. The last time I checked is that Errol Spence is the WBC, the IBF, and the WBA champion inside the ring, and he looked like he doing damn good for himself outside the ring. You feel me? So I don't know what she talking about, but like I said, Miss Letitia Crawford, you could tell she ain't finna let you win no argument, and she ain't finna let you get the last word in. But that ain't all, y'all. Terence Crawford, he chimed in and he wanted to let the whole world know about his accomplishments. He wanted to go ahead and smell himself for a minute, to remind himself and to remind the whole world, look what I done did in the sport of boxing and you can't take it away from me. He say, I've been world champ, unified champ, undisputed champ, 3-weight champ, fighter of the year, ESPY award winner, #1 fighter in the world, Hall of Fame, question 38-0, 29 KOs. Do I need to say more? Drops mic. And yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We're going to give you that. You got a lot of accomplishments. You know what I'm talking about? You got a lot of accomplishments. You don't got the best resume, not even close to the best resume, but you got a lot of accomplishments, you know? That's due to hard work and your skills and everything that you possess. So shout out to you, Bud Crawford, for being able to achieve all of these accomplishments in your career, because it's been a whole lot of fighters that haven't achieved half of what you've achieved. You know, and it don't matter what I think about your resume, because yeah, I don't think it was the best, but you still did great things in your career. So, you know, I'ma tip my hat off to you for that. Then he came back and, you know, he came a little bit more, well, a lot more raw with it to let all his so-called haters know what it is. He say, like it, love it, but it's in the history books and there's nothing you can do or say to change it. So hate on your mama because she didn't swallow you. Hey, that boy got real serious right there. He said, hate on your mama because she didn't swallow you. Hey, Bud be, you know what I'm saying? He try to get on there. He talk a little shit now. You know what I'm talking about? He's sick of seeing people troll him, you know, because he be on Twitter and he see everything. And he probably frustrated with everything that's going on. So, man, you know what I'm talking about? I can feel him. It is what it is, you know. Like I said, y'all see that tempers are flaring. Everybody is frustrated with what's going on. We ain't really heard nothing from EJ yet, but you know, all I can say is the families with the shit talking they got back and forth, they doing a lot more promotion than these two fighters is, because like I said, you ain't really heard nothing from EJ. He ain't said nothing. And then when Terence Crawford had a chance to talk about the situation, he told the reporter not to ask him nothing about the fight. So the family, right? The family and his sister and, you know, Jay Ism and everybody else, they doing a lot better job promoting the fight than the two fighters is right now. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. Drop a comment in the comment section, and y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. Like and sub if you ain't subbed to the channel yet.